Hey now, it's JoJo with your anime convention news. First up is Animazement, and their schedule has been released, which you can find on their website. Next up, Majua Aleda will not be attending due to unexpected scheduling conflict. Now let's move on to AnimeNEXT. First up, the Masquerade applications are now open until June 1st at 11:59 p.m. Moving on, Dance DJ lineup is released. As well, they will be working with Pro Play Gaming for tabletop tournaments. Up next is the United Gaming League will be attending for streamed and non-streamed tournaments. Also, pre-registrations end on May 31st. Now moving on to the guests that will be attending AnimeNEXT, who are Cosplay Pro Wrestling, Lee Chat, Sandy Fox, and Heavy Grinder. Now let's move on to Asheville Anime Regional Convention, which are hosting a Super Smash Bros. Tournament. Now let's move on to Blerdcon. There will be an overflow room block, which will be in the courtyard of the Marriott Arlington. Now let's move on to Otakon. First up, the Goofer applications are now available. Moving on, a tribute to the new Jobbers concert performance featuring Fat John, Substantial, Marcus D, and Spring 02. Now moving on, the Hall Costume Contest judges are Fire Lily Cosplay, Jennifer Ozmik, and Becca Noel. Also, the Masquerade judges will be Kia Nocturne, Michelle Frero, and Kara Scaro. Also, the guests that will be attending are Man in Arms, Matt Stagmere, Laya Alexiev, and Bill Collison. Now moving on to AkaiCon, the lip sync signups are first come, first serve, so make sure you sign up. The guests that will be attending are Shashinka Cosplay Photography. Now moving on to Tsubasacon, the pre-registration 3-day regular badges for $35 ends on June 1st, so make sure you snag yourself a badge. Now moving on to Kanapalooza, a short announcement for a guest that will be attending, which is Terrence Muncie. Now let's move on to NekoCon. There as well have a short announcement for a guest, which is Charles Dunbar. Now let's move on to Anime USA for staff applications. Those are open as well. You can sign up on their website. Now let's move on to YamaCon, which has a short announcement for a guest as well, which is Steve Blum. And that has been your anime convention news. I've been your host, JoJo. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button to stay up to date with all our new content being released. And with that, I will see you guys next week.